Welcome back to the channel Liberty Coin Value. Today we're diving deep into the world of copper, zinc mystery and value, all packed into a tiny humble United States 1982 D Lincoln cent. But wait, this isn't just any penny. This is an ultra-rare 1982 D Lincoln cent that could be sitting unnoticed in your pocket, your change jar, or buried in a drawer. And believe it or not, this small cent, yes, just 1 cent, could be worth more than $290 on today's collector market. So get ready, because we're about to explore the incredible history, hidden details, unique variations, and current market worth of the 1982 D Lincoln penny, the historical background in the year 1982. Something major happened in the world of US coins, something so big, it shook the foundation of American coinage. Up until that point, since 1909, Lincoln pennies had been made mostly from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. But due to skyrocketing copper prices, it actually became more expensive to make a penny than the coin's own face value. Imagine that. A 1 cent coin that cost more than 1 cent to produce. To solve this, the US Mint made a critical decision in 1982. They changed the penny's composition from copper to a zinc core with just a thin copper coating. This change not only affected the physical properties of the coin, weight, sound, durability, but also created a fascinating era of coin variation. During that 1 year alone, both copper and zinc pennies were minted. Some with small dates, some with large dates, and of course, different mint marks, including the powerful D for the Denver Mint. That's where our story begins, what makes the 1982 D penny so special. Now, let's zoom in on the 1982 D Lincoln cent. The D on the coin stands for the Denver Mint, one of the primary U.S. minting facilities. And in 1982, Denver produced billions of Lincoln cents, both in copper and zinc versions. But here's the twist: Denver was only supposed to make zinc coins with the large date design. However, a few extraordinary exceptions have slipped through the cracks, and this is where it gets really exciting. In the coin collecting world, a few rare 1982 D Lincoln cents were discovered to be made of solid copper, when they were supposed to be zinc. These rare coins were not only accidental, but practically impossible, making them some of the most sought-after pennies ever minted. Collectors refer to them as 1982 D small date copper cents, and only a handful are known to exist. These coins weigh around 3.11 grams, just like the pre-1982 copper pennies, rather than the lighter 2.5 gram zinc pennies. If you have a 1982 D penny, the weight alone could change your life. How to identify a valuable 1982 D penny? Here's how to know if you've struck gold or copper. In this case, if your penny has a D under the year, you're already in the right territory. It was minted in Denver. There were two styles of numbers in 1982: large date and small date. The small date is rarer, especially from the Denver Mint. Look closely at the number 2 in 1982 in the small date, it curls more upward. The 8 is also thinner and more delicate. This is where it gets crucial. Use a digital gram scale. If the coin weighs around 3.11 grams, then you may be holding one of the ultra-rare copper cents. If it weighs 2.5 grams, it's the common zinc version. Even some large-date copper coins can still be worth a premium, especially if in mint or uncirculated condition. Market value and collector demand. So now, let's talk money. What's the value of a 1982 D Lincoln cent today? If you have a regular 1982 D zinc penny, it might be worth just a cent or slightly more if it's uncirculated. But if it's copper, especially verified by weight and third-party grading, the value can go much, much higher. A verified 1982 D copper small date penny once sold for $18,000 at auction. Even more common 1982 D large date copper cents in excellent condition are selling for $50 to $290 on the coin collecting market today, depending on grade, luster, and originality. And here's a tip: coins with mint luster, no scratches, full details, and clean fields are far more valuable. Collectors and dealers are always hunting for pristine examples, especially those graded by major services like PCGS or NGC. The demand for these transitional coins, especially the 1982s, is higher than ever, and values are rising steadily as more collectors enter the market. Did you know the US Mint never officially announced that they struck 1982 D copper coins? That's why their discovery caused such a buzz in the numismatic world. Expert tip: store valuable pennies in a non-PVC plastic flip or an acid-free coin holder to preserve their condition. Another tip: avoid cleaning your coins. Even though it's tempting, cleaning can ruin the surface and reduce the value drastically. Bonus fact: Over 10 different variations of the 1982 Lincoln cent exist, making it one of the most complex modern pennies to collect. So what are you waiting for? That tiny coin in your pocket or piggy bank might just be a hidden treasure. The 1982 Lincoln cent is one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. history, a symbol of economic change, minting innovation, and collector passion. Whether it's worth a penny or $290 or more, the thrill of the hunt is what makes coin collecting truly special. So go check your change jars, search through your rolls, and weigh those 1982 DS, because the next rare penny could be waiting just for you. And if you find one, let us know in the comments. Who knows, maybe you've just uncovered a coin that will change your life forever. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Numismatic's Coins History, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on rare coin updates, hidden gems, and million-dollar stories from the world of coins. Let's rewind to 1983, a significant year not just for pop culture and politics, but for the U.S. Mint as well. In the early 80s, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Treasury made a drastic decision that changed the Lincoln cent forever. Before 1982, pennies were made mostly of copper. But starting in late 1982, the Mint began transitioning to a cheaper metal zinc with just a thin copper coating. Why? Because copper had become too expensive. Making one penny started costing more than its face value. So, from 1983 onward, all cents were supposed to be made of zinc. Now here's where it gets interesting. While the Denver Mint struck billions of pennies in 1983 using this new copper-plated zinc format, some strange and extremely rare errors occurred, errors that would become legends among collectors. The 1983 Lincoln cent is not just another common coin. Some specimens have surfaced with unusual traits, making them stand out and skyrocket in value. Whether it's a dramatic die clash, a double die, or even the possibility of being struck on the wrong planchet, these coins are now fetching big money in the collector's market. You might be asking, what makes this penny worth over $422 or more? Well, it's all about rarity, condition, and eye-catching errors. Let's break it down. First, double die errors. These are coins that were struck twice by the die, but slightly misaligned, causing doubling on the letters or numbers. If you look closely at the motto "I in God We Trust" or "Liberty," and see a doubling effect, you might be holding a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some of these rare 1983 double die errors have sold for over $700 in uncirculated condition. Second, there's the copper planchet mystery. Although all 1983 cents were supposed to be zinc, there have been rare reports of some struck on leftover copper planchets from pre-1982 production. If you have one of these rare anomalies weighing around 3.1 grams instead of the normal 2.5 grams, congratulations, you're possibly looking at a rare and valuable treasure. Third, die breaks and BIE errors. A BIE error refers to a small die break that appears between the letters B and E in the word liberty, forming what looks like the word BIE. These errors aren't necessarily worth thousands, but they are collectible and can fetch $5 to $50 or more, depending on the grade. But here's the twist. Even without any rare error, a 1983 Lincoln cent in mint state condition can still be valuable. Coins graded MS65 or higher by PCGS or NGC regularly sell for over $50 to $100, and some exceptional examples with full luster and strong strike can reach well above $400 in value. The current market for 1983 Lincoln pennies is booming. Why? Because as collectors become more informed and technology like high-definition magnifiers become more accessible, people are hunting these hidden gems more than ever. Just recently, auctions have seen certified 1983 Lincoln cents fetch prices ranging from $250 to over $600 depending on grade and error. The PCGS population reports show that mint state examples, especially those graded MS67 or better, are extremely scarce. The demand is growing fast, and supply is limited. This has made the 1983 an emerging investment coin. Unlike silver or gold coins, which follow metal market trends, this penny follows demand from collectors, and right now, the demand is red hot. Even a non-era 1983 Lincoln cent in pristine condition, we're talking brilliant uncirculated with no marks, can sell for $50 to $100. And if it's certified by a top grading company like PCGS or NGC, the value jumps dramatically. So, how can you find one of these coins worth hundreds or possibly more? Start by checking your pocket change, coin jars, or old penny rolls. Yes, they're still out there. Here's what to look for. Check the weight. Use a digital scale. If the penny weighs around 3.1 grams, you might have a rare copper planchet error. That's a big deal. Examine for doubling. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to inspect the date, the words, Liberty, and In God We Trust, and even Lincoln's profile. Doubling here means big bucks. Look for BI errors. Check for breaks between the B and E and LIBRTY. Check the condition. A coin in circulated condition might be worth only face value. But if it's shiny, clean, and scratch-free, it could be worth grading. A coin in MS65 or above is rare and highly collectible. Did you know that over 6.4 billion Lincoln cents were struck at the Denver Mint in 1983? That sounds like a lot, and it is, but that's exactly why most people overlook this coin. It's hiding in plain sight. Many collectors even call it the sleeper cent, a coin that seems ordinary, but packs a secret punch in value if it checks the right boxes. Also, never clean your coin even if it looks dirty. Cleaning can destroy its value instantly. Always handle with care, preferably with gloves, and store in a proper holder to preserve the condition. If you suspect your 1983 cent is special, consider submitting it to PCGS, NGC, or Annex for professional grading and authentication. So there you have it, the 1983 Lincoln cent. A penny that could be worth more than $422 or possibly thousands if it's rare enough. Whether you're a casual collector, a passionate treasure hunter, or just someone curious about the change in your pocket, this humble little coin is proof that history and value can live in the palm of your hand. It's not just about the money, it's about the journey, the thrill of discovery, and the joy of holding a piece of American history. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the next treasure we uncover. Drop a comment below. Have you ever found a valuable Lincoln cent in your change? We want to hear your story. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your coins safe, and your curiosity alive. We're diving deep into the fascinating story of a very underrated but extremely valuable coin, the 1994 Ultra Lincoln cent from the United States. Yes, that little 1-cent coin in your pocket or coin jar might just be worth hundreds of dollars, and possibly even more in the near future. Stick with us as we explore the history, minting details, errors, and the skyrocketing market value of this amazing coin, and by the end of this video, you'll never look at a penny the same way again. One single copper-colored coin from 1994 with a tiny D mark could be your ticket to turning cents into serious cash. So grab your coin collections, get ready to learn, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of numismatics. Let's take a step back in time. The year is 1994. Bill Clinton is President of the United States. The world is seeing massive changes in politics, technology, and culture. Meanwhile, at the Denver Mint, millions of pennies are being struck and released into circulation. Among those were the 1994 Lincoln cents. Now, at first glance, this coin may not look like anything special. It has the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has been on the penny since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. On the reverse, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which was introduced in 1959 to mark 150 years since Lincoln's birth. But here's the twist: while billions of these coins were minted, a very small number of 1994 Lincoln pennies have surfaced with certain characteristics that have stunned collectors and driven prices through the roof. These are what we call ultra-grade Lincoln cents, or mint state high-grade examples, and their value is nothing short of shocking. You might be asking, what makes a coin minted in the billions worth anything more than 1 cent? Well, it all comes down to condition, rarity, minting precision, and collector demand. The majority of these coins entered circulation and were used in daily transactions. Over time, they suffered from wear and tear, scratches, dings, and environmental damage. So finding a 1994 Lincoln cent in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded at MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, is extremely rare. In fact, Ultra Lincoln cents from 1994 in superb gem condition are so difficult to find that when one appears at auction, collectors go into bidding wars to get their hands on it. That's why some of these coins have fetched over $310 and even more in private sales. There are also reported die errors and variations, including doubled dies, off-center strikes, and satin-like finishes, which make these coins even more desirable. These errors happen during the minting process and are extremely scarce, often making the coin unique or one of a kind. Now let's talk about that little D, the mint mark that stands for the Denver Mint. Coins minted in Denver are marked with a small d under the year on the obverse side. Denver coins are usually very precise in production, but like all mints, occasionally rare errors slip through. The obverse of the 1994 D Lincoln cent features Lincoln's profile facing right with the word liberty to his left, and the motto "I in God we trust" above. Below the profile is the year 1994, followed by the D mint mark. The reverse shows the famous Lincoln Memorial, where if you look closely, you can even see the tiny statue of Lincoln sitting inside, an amazing detail for such a small coin. Above the building are the words United States of America and E pluribus unum, and at the bottom is the denomination 1 cent. Let's get to the part everyone's been waiting for. How much is this coin worth today? If you find a 1994 D Lincoln cent in average circulated condition, it's likely worth only face value just 1 cent. But here's where things get interesting. MS-67 examples have sold for up to $310 or even more in competitive auctions, and if you ever find one with a rare error like a double die, off-center strike, or clipped planchet, the value can jump into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Prices keep rising as high-grade coins disappear into private collections. Demand from modern collectors and young investors in numismatics is booming. With increasing interest in U.S. coinage, especially Lincoln cents, now is the perfect time to go through your coin jars, piggy banks, and pocket change. You might just be holding a mini treasure worth more than you ever imagined. Here's what to look for. Condition is key. The coin must have a strong, original luster with no scratches, stains, or signs of wear. Check for sharp strikes. Lincoln's profile and the Lincoln Memorial should be clearly defined with all fine details visible. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to examine the coin closely. Search for doubled letters, unusual edges, or misaligned features. Weigh the coin. A genuine copper-plated zinc cent should weigh around 2.5 grams. Any variation might indicate an unusual planchet. Always consider submitting a rare-looking coin to a professional grading service for authentication and certification. This significantly increases its market value. The 1994 D Lincoln cent proves that value is not always about age, it's about rarity, condition, and collector passion. This coin is a symbol of how everyday objects can become prized treasures. It's a reminder that in the world of numismatics, even the smallest details can hold huge worth. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about the coins in your pocket, never underestimate the power of a penny. Today, it's just 1 cent. Tomorrow, it could be $300, or even more. So keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep your eyes open for that shiny little coin with a story to tell and a price tag that might just blow your mind. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the 1994 D Ultra Lincoln cent, a tiny coin with a massive story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to and ring the bell so you never miss an episode. Let us know in the comments, have you ever found a valuable penny in your change? What's the most expensive coin in your collection? We love hearing from you. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, hey coin collectors and treasure hunters, what if I told you that a simple penny in your pocket, just 1 cent, could be worth $44 or even more in today's collector market? Sounds unbelievable, right? But today, we're diving deep into the 2003 Ultra Lincoln penny, a modern coin that's gaining serious attention among numismatists across America and beyond. Whether you're a beginner in coin collecting or a seasoned expert, this video is going to open your eyes to a potential hidden fortune sitting in your piggy bank, junk drawer, or coin jar. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and let's unlock the value, history, and secrets of the 2003 Lincoln cent, a coin that might just be your next big payday. The Lincoln penny has been an iconic part of American coinage since it was first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first American coin to feature a real historical figure, and over the years, it has become the most collected and recognized coin in the United States. Fast forward to 2003, the Lincoln cent was still being struck with the familiar Lincoln Memorial reverse, which had been used since 1959. Replacing the earlier wheat ears design. But here's where things get interesting now. You might be thinking it's just a penny. Millions were minted. And that's true, but the 2003 Lincoln penny has a few key features and rare variations that have made it a target for collectors. First, the penny was minted in both Philadelphia No Mint Mark and Denver Mark D. Second, the quality of some coins struck that year was exceptionally sharp, leading to what some collectors call Ultra Lincoln pennies, coins with mirror-like surfaces, intense detail, and virtually perfect preservation. Third, Some of these coins appear in proof-like condition, even though they weren't officially issued as proof coins. And here's the kicker. Collectors and grading agencies have placed a premium on the high-quality, well-struck 2003 Lincoln cents, especially those with pristine surfaces and uncirculated grades. The real excitement kicks in when we talk about errors and varieties. Even among 2003 pennies, some rare mistakes by the mint have turned ordinary coins into extraordinary treasures. Some of the most notable errors include: double dies. Look closely at Lincoln's profile, the word Liberty, the motto "I in God we trust," and the date. If you see doubling on any of these, you might have a valuable variety. Off-center strikes. Some 2003 pennies were struck slightly off-center. Depending on how dramatic the error is, these coins can be worth a small fortune. Clipped planchets. A missing chunk or a crescent-shaped cutout on the edge of the penny means it was struck on an incomplete metal blank. These are rare and collectible. BIR is a popular die break that appears between the letters B and E in Liberty, making it look like the word Liberty. Collectors love these. When it comes to coin value, condition is everything. Circulated 2003 penny found in pocket change might be worth its face value, just 1 cent, but in uncirculated condition, especially those graded by top agencies like PCGS or NGC as MS65, MS67, or higher, the value can jump dramatically. So if you have a 2003 penny that looks shiny and flawless, do not spend it. It could be a moneymaker. As of 2025, the market for modern US coins is booming. More and more collectors are turning to coins from the early 2000s as a new frontier. Why? Because these coins are still accessible, yet certain varieties are becoming harder to find in top grades. That's driving up demand and prices. eBay listings and auction houses show 2003 Lincoln pennies in mint condition selling between $20 and $44, especially for those with ultra-sharp strikes or certified grading. Even coin dealers at conventions are beginning to stock more 2003 cents, as interest continues to climb. And with inflation on the rise, even pennies are becoming part of the collector gold rush. Here's how you can find out if your 2003 penny is special. Check the mint mark. Look just below the date. AD means it was minted in Denver. No letter, it's from Philadelphia. Examine the surface. Does it shine like a mirror? Are the edges crisp? No scratches? That's a good sign. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass. Look closely at the lettering, date, and Lincoln's face. Weigh it. A regular penny from 2003 should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it weighs more or less, it could be struck on the wrong planchet. That's rare and valuable. Get it graded. If your coin looks perfect, send it to PCGS or NGC. A graded coin always sells for more. So there you have it. The 2003 Ultra Lincoln penny is more than just a tiny piece of copper. It's a window into American history, a product of minting craftsmanship, and for some lucky collectors, it's a surprise jackpot worth up to $44 or even more. Before you spend that change, always check your pennies. One little coin could be your ticket to an unexpected treasure. And remember, the real value of coin collecting isn't just in the dollars. It's in the thrill of the hunt, the stories behind each coin, and the history held in the palm of your hand.